Hello there, Homeschool Nolan here to help you navigate learning in the digital age. I think there are many advantages to homeschooling, but one advantage which I think is often overlooked is sleep. I recently read a very interesting book given to me by a friend called Why We Sleep: Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams by Matthew Walker. It's written for a general audience, but while reading it, I discovered that sleep has important benefits, especially for kids and learning. And today, I'd like to talk about why sleep can be an edge for homeschoolers. Now, perhaps you yourself have always appreciated how important sleep is, but I know that there are a lot of students out there, including myself back when I was in school, that sometimes feel that sleep can be an inconvenience that gets in the way of more productive work. I remember in high school when some of us would admire those top students who could study late into the night on just a few hours and get by on just a few hours of sleep. And it's not uncommon for kids today to get up early as 4 a.m. for swim practice, sports, or an early commute. But is it worth it? Is it worth sacrificing a few hours of sleep each night just to get more work or studying done? Before answering this question, I'd first like to read this excerpt from the book. Amazing breakthrough! Scientists have discovered a revolutionary new treatment that makes you live longer. It enhances your memory. It makes you more creative. It makes you look more attractive. It keeps you slim and lowers food cravings. It protects you from cancer and dementia. It wards off colds and the flu. It lowers your risk of heart attacks and stroke, not to mention diabetes. You'll even feel happier, less depressed, and less anxious. Are you interested? No, this is not some wonder drug. It's, of course, sleep. Yes, a good night's sleep is scientifically proven to deliver all these wonderful health benefits. So if you don't get enough sleep, you increase your risk of heart disease, cancer, and dementia. You become less productive, unhappier, and more anxious, and more prone to depression. So why would anyone want to try to get by on less sleep? Well, unfortunately, society sometimes glorifies the student or the entrepreneur who can work long into the night and get a project done. But what they don't realize is that they could probably be much more productive and get more work done while working less hours if they got more sleep. Now, kids especially need more sleep as their brains mature and as they develop into adults. Kids also need sleep in order to learn. Getting a good night's sleep is crucial if you want to stay awake and be able to concentrate the next day. Scientists have discovered that when we sleep, our brains does something called memory consolidation, where it transfers short-term memory into long-term memory. In other words, it's like the save button on a computer that saves the stuff we learned the day before. That's why it's important to get a good night's sleep after studying for an exam the night before. Now, everyone, of course, has access to sleep. So why am I saying that getting more sleep is an edge for homeschoolers? Well, it's because homeschoolers have the option to sleep in and get more sleep each day. Now, some may say that all school children can get more sleep simply by going to bed earlier, but that's not as easy as it sounds. The reality is that kids today can be so busy with homework, sports, and other activities that it's very difficult to simply go to bed earlier to get more sleep. Plus, there's also something called our circadian rhythm. The circadian rhythm is our natural sleep cycle. For most people, it naturally is just around 24 hours and cycles with night and day. However, studies show that for teenagers, for some reason, their circadian cycle is about a couple hours ahead of ours, adults. In other words, a teenager trying to go to sleep at 9 p.m. would be like an older adult trying to go to sleep at 7 p.m. And a teenager trying to wake up at 6 a.m. would be like an adult trying to wake up at 4 a.m. And those of us older probably remember back when we were teens just how hard it was to go to bed early and to wake up early. If you wake up too early, you will naturally feel more groggy and your brain will be less capable of learning. Kids who wake up too early simply won't be able to concentrate and learn as well. So this is the problem with early school start times. Studies show that when schools moved their start times by as little as a half hour or more, test scores improved and traffic accidents on the way to school decreased. But if you're a homeschooler, you of course don't have to worry about cutting short your sleep in order to get to school. When we first started homeschooling our son, I first tried to recreate the regular school experience for him the best I could by trying to make him wake up by as early as 6 or 7 a.m. in the morning. But now I just let him sleep and wake up naturally without an alarm clock. I think this is especially helpful for him because he's also on a swim team that practices every weekday evening, making it even harder for him to go to bed early. And to my pleasant surprise, he's turned out to be a pretty good swimmer. I'm surprised because I certainly don't think he inherited any athletic genes from me. I like to think, after reading this book, that the extra sleep he gets each night as a homeschooler gives him an edge over other kids who have to wake up early in the morning to go to school. So in closing, I know it isn't always easy to give up an hour or two each day for sleep. We all live busy lives with many important things to do. But I hope this video has at least reminded you of the importance of sleep and how getting a good night's sleep can actually help you get more done in the long run. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.